I was just cruising some surface streets yesterday. Sometimes when I'm deep valley, I'm just like, yeah, I could get on the freeway, or I could just take in the surroundings, just absolutely stroll through some surface streets. And by stroll, I mean drive, but I don't know. It was just that kind of mood. It was a gorgeous day. And when you rise and grind so early, you have the freedom to spend time elsewhere. That's what I've really noticed about rising and grinding early. It's like instead of rushing through everything, it's like you actually have time to waste 20 minutes driving around Tarzana, which is pretty much like not my roots. I was obviously born in Los Angeles, and then I lived in Studio City for a year, and then my parents moved to Tarzana, where we lived for a couple years, 3 years, who knows. But yeah, so it was just good to touch down there, and I was roaming the surface streets, and I saw this nail place called Cozy Nails. And it's like, I kind of love that. It's like, I don't know. It's like, is that a compliment? I guess. It's not a compliment, but I've never been like, oh my God, your nails look so cozy. Like, what color is that? But actually, I might start. All right, not a lot of meat on that bone, but it was a nice bite. It was definitely a nice bite, and it actually reminds me of the other night when my boyfriend brought me a plate, and it was just like a piece of a short rib. And he's like, you can't really get much else off the bone, but like this bite will be insane. And it was. And I was just like, I can't believe I don't have more. Okay. Not a lot of meat on that bone either. All right. Oh, God. Welcome to episode 102. Like I said. Oh, yeah. So when I was in Tarzana yesterday, I pull up to a meter. It's Sunday. I pull up. I'm like, okay, whatever. I go to put money in, free parking on Sunday. And I'm like, thank you. I don't know when we stopped doing free parking on Sunday, aka the Lord's Day. It's like slowly but surely people just started to be like, well, it's free till 11 a.m. and then you'll have to start, shelling out some quarters. It's like, when did this happen? Like, did we vote on this? Because I'd love a recount. It's just like, meters should be free on Sunday. It's like, give us a break. It's like, it's not even about the actual coin. It's like, you really want me to go in my damn wallet and like peel out my debit card? You really want me to sit here and scrounge around for some dimes because I only need about 15 minutes? It's like, come on. It was seriously changed my whole day around to see that it was like free parking. Go live your life. Go live your life. Don't stand here for 45 seconds struggling with your wallet. Don't stand here. Just go, be free. And it was just like such a game changer. So I'm just kind of like, damn, maybe I got to get back to Tarzana. And I don't know if I've talked about this before. I absolutely despise when people talk shit about the valley. Like, they're like, oh, the valley. It's like, okay, I have already talked about this. I like already felt the cadence. I was like, wait, I've already said this. The valley is such the place to be, and free parking Sundays, damn, I gotta get back. Because yeah, like the meters by my place, so they start at 11. So sometimes it's just weird. Like sometimes you'll get somewhere at 10:30 and they're like, all right, we'll put money in for later. And it's like, no, it's 10:30. I don't know. I can't explain it. I wonder what the parking situation is like just, in North Carolina or something. I mean, I bet it's exquisite. I bet it's just out of this world exquisite. Oh yeah, I went to the valley because I've been talking about it for a while. Like I wanted to go to like either like, some sort of moon sound bath situation. And yesterday or Saturday, I was like, okay, full moon Sunday. It's just like feeling really potent. And I'm like, damn, I'd love to escort myself to some sort of gathering of some sort. And I just, seriously, it's like, nothing is hard if you just decide to do it. Truly just decide. It's like, I was like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to just go somewhere like this. I Google it, I go to the first place that comes up. It's a little full moon sound bath meditation, and I'm just like, done. I call them because I'm like, is it okay if I don't, you know, reserve my place? Can I come tomorrow? Like, do I have to do this ahead of time? Because it's like, although I would like to do this, I don't know what my Sunday is going to look like. I don't know what this night's going to look like. And I don't want to have to be like, you know, forced to go to a sound bath meditation. You know, it's like, I want to go. I want to get a good night's sleep, wake up early, do things I need to do before it so that I don't feel stressed at this, you know, sound bath meditation in question. And she was like, absolutely, you can just come tomorrow. And yeah. And that's what I fucking did. And it was just so nice to like have a different kind of Sunday. Usually I'll go to the farmer's market and then it's like, all right, let's just work. It's really crazy. Like, I had nothing on the dock this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, free. Is that true? Yeah. And so it's like, you know, I'm looking at my weekend and I'm like, oh, okay, I should schedule this. Oh, okay, then this would be the perfect time to get coffee with this person that I've been needing to get coffee with. This would be the perfect time to do that. And I'm like, or I could just get ahead. You know, it's like, I am OCD about things when I have a lingering, like, oh, I'm supposed to have plans with that person at some point. It's like, I always want to just like make it happen. One, because I want to see them, but also so I can kind of like check something off my list and not have it lingering in my mind. But I was just kind of like, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to text them. And then I was just like, the more I thought about it, I was like, but what if I had all of Saturday free? Because it's not necessarily, and I don't want to be talking about this now. It's like, I'm just knee deep right now. And I'm like, I guess it's easier to just stay in for a second than to get out. Like, I'm like, I'll stay in the pool while someone goes and gets me a towel, but while I'm still in the pool, let's just finish. Oh my God, how stressful when you're in the pool and there's no towel to be seen. You're so vulnerable. You're like, is there a towel? Yeah, like, you start off calm. You're like, sorry, are there towels here? Like, I don't know where I am in this situation. Are there towels? People are like, yeah, should be some towels. I'm like, okay, well, either there should be or there are. You know, it's like, I don't care if there should be. Are there towels here? Like, I'm scared. I'm starting to get cold just thinking about getting out of this pool and not having anything to wrap myself with, and I'm just getting scared. And then how tough when someone's like, here, you can have my towel. It's like, okay, I might as well come out sans towel because your towel's sopping wet. Again, I don't know what situation I'm referencing. This is just sort of coming to me now. What was I saying? Yes. Okay, let's say Saturday, I make a coffee plan with someone. Okay, it'll be in like an hour and a half probably that we'll have coffee. But you got to get ready beforehand. You got to drive there. You can't really get lost in anything knowing you have to leave. And then, you know, after you get coffee, you're not just going to go straight home. I'm like, okay, do I need something from Trader Joe's? Do I need foil paper? It's like, do I need to stop at CVS? It's like, what do I need to gather before I just go back? So it's like, we're almost looking at a 3-hour production. And then it's like, wow, that is a chunk of time. Let's say that's 11 to 2. So you had only before 11 to do things. And then after 2, it's like, it just disrupts the day. So I was like, wow, what if I just had all of Saturday to like get ahead and just, you know, instead of being caught up, get ahead. It's all I'm trying to do is get ahead. I don't have time for much. And yeah, so I went to this like meditation sound bath. It was incredible. And I got in the room. There was probably only like 8 other people, and this woman leading it was so nice, and she was like, everyone can feel free to come up and take an affirmation card. And actually, when she said that, there was only me and one other woman in the room, and so the other woman wasn't really budging. So I was like, okay, I'll come through. I'll take an affirmation card. You know, it's like, you were so kind to set them out. I'll take one. So I pick one. I go back to my seat. I love it. And then other people come in. They take affirmation cards, and the woman who's leading it is like, does anyone want to share what their affirmation card is and like talk about it? And no one said anything. Like, everyone was kind of like looking around like we were in damn 9th grade, and they were like, what did you feel about To Kill a Mockingbird? Although I do feel like I read that in 7th, but whatever. It's like no one just wanted to answer. And it's like, listen, I don't really want to answer. It's like, not that I don't want to answer, but it's like, I don't need to answer, certainly. But what really overrode it was like, I felt how vulnerable the leader felt. Like, this girl who was leading it is like, hey, she's like, can people participate? And like, everyone was like, no. So I was like, this isn't really about me. I just want to help her out. So I was like, I'll share mine. And like, I killed it. Like, I'm like, bitch, you just don't stop. You just don't stop. Like, it was concise, it was powerful, it was potent. Wait, what did my card say again? Well, there was a gorgeous little owl on it, which I included in the description, you know, because then some other people went after me after I went ahead and just forged the path, as I've done time and time again. Mostly sans credit, whatever, it makes me stronger. Yeah, I was like, okay, well, first of all, it has a cutest little owl on it. And it says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And if you've ever read The Power of Now, which, you know, as we covered last week, I don't think a lot of people have. I don't know about people listening to this, but, you know, just going outside right now, I don't think I would run into enlightened individuals. And once again, not part of the process to judge, just sort of observing, just an observation. So that was really cool, because I was like, oh, I just read The Power of Now, and it's all about like being conscious versus unconscious, and everyone was like, wow. And I was like, I know. And then like other people shared theirs. I tuned out. No, just kidding, I did listen, but it just, you know, it's not their fault. But so whatever. I was also just thinking, was not a big class participator. I actually, despite doing stand-up, I really don't like to talk that much. I mean, I actually like to talk to strangers a lot. I'm getting to be a bigger talker, like, in recent years, but when I was in kindergarten, I'm not kidding, this isn't an exaggeration, I didn't say one word. I didn't really speak one word, and one day I did, and people were like freaking out. Like, they didn't know I could talk. And it's like, yes, I was a little bit shy, but it was less about being shy and more just like, I don't really have anything to say to you guys. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling compelled. It's like, honestly, this says more about you than about me, because, you know, outside of school, I'm chatting, I'm talking. It's like, I come here and I'm just not feeling inspired to chat. But so whatever, it is kind of crazy that I just went from that. And you know, teachers like, oh, who wants to read this? I don't want to fucking read. Can I read better than most people in the class? Teachers would be like, do you want to read? I'm like, I don't want to read. Oh, do you want to talk about the evolution of this character? Not really. It's like, I know it in my brain, but I don't want to talk about it. Anytime the teacher would ask a question, I know the answer. I don't want to say it out loud. So it was just kind of, you know, just a 360 to just be like, you know, this sound bath leader was like, does anyone want to share their affirmation? No one did. And it's like, you know, I'm not trying to say I'm a saint, but it's like, I just, you know, that's a tough spot to be in. It's like when just no one's participating. And so more than I care to share my answer, I just didn't want to leave her hanging on a damn branch. It's like, she's about to like maybe pour her heart out doing the sound bath for us, and like no one can just volunteer and say what their card was. I don't know. So whatever, it was really fun. And then I was really a bit lost afterward. Like I was like, okay, I was starving. And I was like, okay, should I get a bagel with eggs? But I was like, I just bought eggs from the farmer's market and they were like just an absolutely absurd price. So I'm like, I'm really gonna go just like get an egg, like bagel egg sandwich. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home and make eggs. And then I forgot I had leftover Mendocino salad from the night before. Oh my God. Mendocinos, it's like every fourth time it'll kind of be trash, but those 3 times, and I know I've talked about Mendocino before, the kale Caesar salad, or maybe it's not the kale Caesar, I think it's called the modern Caesar, and they have those damn crunchy quinoas. Like this thing, when it hits, there's almost nothing I would want more. It is so good. And it's like, I wasn't even planning on having that. It was Saturday night. My boyfriend and I were starving. And I was just like, sometimes I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to go to bed. Like, I just can't. Like, I'll just eat tomorrow, you know? Like, it's like, I'm not going to make something right now. I'm not going to get in the kitchen and chop up some freaking onions right now. So it's like, whatever. I ate not too long ago. Like, I'm fine. But my boyfriend was like really starving, so he's like, I'm just gonna like go get something. And honestly, like I didn't have a lot of confidence in him. Like I didn't know what he was gonna get. I wasn't relying on it. This bitch comes back with Mendocino. I'm like, okay, now we're talking. So it was kind of late, but I ate like half of my salad and I was like, I'll eat the rest tomorrow. And I came home to make eggs, which I started making, and then I remembered I had my salad. Nothing has ever tasted better. Like I thought this thing tasted good the night before. Oh my God, I couldn't believe I got to have this salad. And then it's like the awkward thing where it's like I had made the eggs and it's like I didn't want them. Ate them anyways, they were whatever. What's the vibe of episode 102? I'll let you know when I figure it out. Oh yeah, so I came back and then I was like, wow, let's just keep just working, just getting ahead. I did some at-home YouTube workouts. Shout out Holly Dolke, the legend herself. Like that bitch will get your ass in gear. She has this workout that's like every other exercise you do is like 25 seconds of jumping jacks. She's nuts. Oh my God, it's so hard. And I was like, had done it before and I was like, I don't want to do this one, it's hard. And then I was like, so then we're doing it. Did those, washed my hair? I mean, who am I? Like, I don't know. I was just like on top of it, washed my hair, blow dried it. And then I was like, oh my God, Nuggets Timberwolves at 4. I was so excited. I was like, I'm showered. I feel like I've done so much. I sit down to watch it. Jokic isn't playing. Jamal Murray's not playing. Aaron Gordon's not playing. And it's like, normally I would be into, I'm like, I still would watch. I don't know. I started watching and I was just like, I can't watch this. This just isn't even a game. It's like it's not even close. It's just not fun, which was for the best. I turned it off and then I was like on Twitter and I was like, the Grammys are tonight? I could not have known less that the Grammys were on last night. It's like whoever was in charge of that PR absolutely failed, because I do feel like I'm pretty in touch. I also had no idea, was it the Golden Globes or something? I was like, I don't know. I used to watch every award show. I used to love it. It's like, I don't know what happened. It's like, I just can't find it in myself to care. I just do not care. I mean, obviously I watched Jennifer Coolidge's acceptance speech from the Golden Globes, which changed my life. She's absolutely incredible, and I could not be more obsessed with that speech. In fact, I feel like I need to rewatch it today. But overall, it's like, I don't want to watch the Golden Globes. I don't want to watch the Oscars. Okay, I can't go down that lane. But I was like, I would fuck with the Grammys, because the Grammys, at least people are like putting on a show. you know? And I'm like, all right, what channel are the Grammys on? It's like, we never know. No one ever knows what channel the Grammys are on. A quick Google search, CBS. I'm like, weird. I'm like, do we have CBS? I go to CBS, it opens. I'm like, okay. Good to know CBS is in the mix. You know, it's not one of my go-tos. You know, it's like I'm hitting Netflix, I'm hitting NBA, I'm hitting HBO Max to watch Sopranos, which my boyfriend and I are getting through at just an unprecedented speed and not in a fast way. I think we've been watching Sopranos for 2 years. I don't even know what season we're on. I think we're on season 4. It's the most incredible show. It just is. I don't know why. It's like we can't always find the time to get one in. But yeah. Okay, so I opened CBS and I'm like, oh, cool. And it's obviously the Grammys come up. You know, it's like I don't know what else is on CBS. Like, it's like, are they just an active channel once a year for the Grammys? It's like, what are you guys bringing to the table? I could look it up. Fine. Oh, fine, CBS. Oh, fine. CBS channel. CBS channel. I mean, I bet it is bringing some cool stuff to the table. NCIS Hawaii. Now that people like ask me like, what do you want to do? I'm like, actually, this is actually really speaking to me right now. I want to be on NCIS Hawaii. It's like, does anyone really watch it? No. Definitely not people I know watch it. Like, people are like, what are you up to? I'm like, oh, I just finished NCIS Hawaii season 45. And they're like, oh, I didn't even know that was a show. And it's like, yeah, you don't need to know. You don't need to watch it. Just know that I'm in Hawaii and I'm making money. All right. Wow, this potentially changed my life. Trending shows, Fire Country, I'm good. East New York, I'll pass. So Help Me Todd. So Help Me, no, I'm not gonna watch it. Ghosts, no. The Love Boat, FBI, The Equalizer. I mean, Jesus Christ. CBS, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I guess last night was their big moment. Love Island, you always hear about that. Amazing Race, yeah. Survivor, it's like, there's 2 types of people in this world. People who watch Survivor and me. I think I'm the only one who doesn't watch it, and I'm sure it's incredible. People for all different types of people in my life watch Survivor. Some I respect, some I don't. But, you know, everyone always raves about it. It's just not, well, never say never, but 99.9. All right, so I gotta figure out a way to get myself on NCIS Hawaii. New episode tonight. And the tagline is, Jane Tennant and her team of specialists investigate high-stake crimes. Sold. Sign me up. I'm down. I'm down to investigate high-stake crimes. Is there anything about me that seems like I'm not ready for something like that? Okay, whatever. So I click on the Grammys, and it's like loading, and then it's like an error occurred. And I was like, okay, this is probably just CBS being like, are you sure? Like, you don't come here. Like, did you mean to press this? Like, they kind of like have their guard up. Like, they're not trying to like, I click it, they put on the Grammys, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't mean to watch this, you know? So I click it, they're like, error. And I'm like, no, CBS, like, it's me. I do want to watch the Grammys. I'd love to just see what's going on. I click it again, error. And I'm like, fuck it. Fuck the Grammys. I don't give a fuck about it. Like, this is not a situation where I'm gonna like look into this. This is not a high stake crime I want to investigate. I'm just like, then I won't watch the Grammys. It's like, it's very simple. And yeah, so I just turned the TV off, and then, oh my God, I did a life-changing mask. I don't know why I'm just taking you through my Sunday. One of my masks I got at Marshall's, Dr. Jart, I don't know how you say it. I've had one of them before. The covers are very disturbing. It's like a baby, I don't know. It's like a glistening baby head. It's really confusing, but I know they're really good, and they were like half the price they were at Sephora. So I got it, and I was like, oh my God, I've kind of always wanted to be a person who like does a mask on Sunday. It's like it's Sunday night rolls around and you're like clean and you're, cute loungewear, and then you just do a face mask, and like that's exactly what I freaking did. And it was so nice. And then I just like did some writing, had one of my bomb ass Marshall candles burning. Like it was just such a really cute night and like weekend that I just felt so accomplished from. And then I was able to set everything up for my week, my Monday today. And then it's like I wake up and I'm not feeling stressed. Whatever. So just, kind of something to think about going forward. It's like, of course, it's important to socialize and make plans, but sometimes it's like, but at the cost of what? It's like, we got to get ahead here. So, oh yeah. My sister has a lot of robes. And she was like, do you want this like Skims one? And I was just like, once again, crockpot situation. It truly is applicable to so many situations. Crockpot situation, it's like, do I want this Skims robe? Yes. But then I'm like, no, I don't. And I don't know, I've just never been a robe person. I just never have. And it's like, I don't know. A part of me is like, well, I should try it. I shouldn't be so close-minded. But it's like, it just doesn't speak to me. It's like, I don't know why. It's like a little bit just like nasty to me. Like, it's like you get out of the shower, you get in a robe, and then it's like you just lay around in it. It's like, I want to get dressed, or like I want to at least put on, comfortable like loungewear clothes. It's like, I don't want to be in this one piece, all encompassing, has to be tied, like it's always coming open. It's like, it just seems like a lot of moving parts. It's like, I feel like the most I'll ever make use of a robe is like, if I'm in a nice hotel on vacation and it's like, oh, okay, you just took a shower, put on the robe. But it's like, even then, it feels performative. It's like, I don't necessarily want to put on this robe. It feels like something I should do. And I don't know. I just don't know. It honestly just seems like another thing to wash. It's like, is your robe ever not going to be dirty? It's like, how many times do you use your robe until you're like, well, let's throw this in the wash? It's like, I don't know how many times that could possibly be. Like 3? I just feel like you take a shower, you get all clean, and then you put on this like heavy robe. I feel like I'm just always hot in a robe. And then it's like I start sweating and I'm like, well, why did I shower? I don't know. Do people wear robes? I feel like a lot of people do. Let me know if I'm like just sort of jumping to, it's not like I'm jumping to conclusions. It's like I've worn a robe, like I've been to the rodeo. I just don't know that I want to return. Oh boy. All right. I actually am sipping on my Magic Mind as we speak. And I do just, the taste is incredible. It tastes so good. And it truly feels like I'm doing something good. Like I'm like, I don't know. It just feels like it's so damn potent. It's like, how could you ever drink something green and be like, I'm not doing well? It's like, I'm doing incredible. And it does have so many benefits. It just keeps you focused while also keeping you calm. I don't need to get into my coffee journey again. It's like, maybe I'll do a 2-hour sort of side episode about it, but it's like, the anxiety that comes with it. Is it worth the focus? And listen, I love the idea of coffee. It tastes so damn good. It was just time for us to part ways, and that's fine. Coffee and I were like Kyrie Irving in the Nets. I was like, listen, I want to trade and I want it now. And I just got traded the hell to Dallas. And maybe I'm thriving now. I am. So it's like, yes, I like all the focus and energy coffee provides, but why I'm loving Magic Mind is because it's like energy without anxiety. because it actually has adaptogens to keep you relaxed. So it's like I'm getting that focus in my mind, but I'm not like feeling it in my body, which I'm obsessed with. And the Magic Mind team created a special deal for my listeners. You can get up to 56% off your first subscription in the next 10 days and 20% off your one-time purchase with Composed20. You can get it at magicmind.co/composed and use my code Composed20. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. Thank you, Magic Mind, for sponsoring episode 102. Oh my God. Okay. And maybe we'll close on this. I went on a hike the other day. On Saturday. And I wasn't planning on going on a hike, you know, like because I was having my day of work. Like I was like, no, I want to just get ahead. And so usually I like, in my head, it's always like, oh, if you go on a hike, it has to be in the morning. Although I don't even know why I think that because I often go in the afternoon / early evening. But I was like, no, I'm not going on a hike today. Like, I don't want to wake up and go on a hike and then feel behind. I'm going to work. Okay, whatever, bitch. Okay, so by about 2 p.m., I had gotten so much done that I was like, you know what? It would be really actually, I know I want to sit here and just push it to the limit, but it's like, it actually would be good for me to go outside, go on a hike, just clear my head, get some fresh air, and then come back and keep working. So I escort myself to the hike, and I don't usually hike on the weekends. I don't usually do anything on the weekends because I cannot stand how many people are out on the weekends. It's like not personal. It's just everything is so hard. It's so crowded, and I'm just like, if I can hike Monday through Friday, so it's like I don't need to go out of my way to go on the weekends when it's absolutely packed. But I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go. I go, the parking lot's absolutely, like there's like a line out the damn door, and I'm like, all right. So I go to my little secret neighborhood parking spot. That shit's packed too, but I find a spot. And so when I park there, I go up the back way of the hike, which is like, whatever. I don't need to explain the geography, but so I'm going up that way. There are so many. I'm like used to going on this hike when you see a few people here and there. I start walking, I'm not kidding, 45, because I'm kind of going the opposite way most people go, there is truly 45 people just coming at me. Like I'm going against the grain and I feel every step. Like people are just coming out in droves. Like they invented the word droves for this exact situation. Like I'm actually starting to laugh because I'm like, this is a cartoon. Like this isn't real. There's so many people. I'm the only one coming this way and everyone else is just coming at me. This isn't translating. And sometimes you just have to say it out loud to kind of know that. And damn, I don't want to end on that, but it might be where we're at. Let's see. I am reigniting the Patreon. The Patreon has been active, and I apologize for not being more active on it, but I also very much appreciate people still supporting, because it's like you are just supporting me and this podcast, you know, but I'm just gonna reignite the Patreon with a blaze of glory. So, you know, if you like the podcast, if you like listening, feel free to head over to patreon.com/Chase Bernstein. And, you know, it's just at the moment, just pay whatever you can, pay whatever you feel good about. And I'm going to start putting more content on there. And yeah, it just really goes to support me and the show. And yeah, it's going to be a good time over there. Rate, review, and subscribe. Obviously, I mean, subscribe, rate, review. And thank you so much for everyone who has written reviews. Truly, every review is perfect. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like, they're all different and they're all perfect. It's sort of wild. What else? I guess I'll say shows this week. What am I doing? Thursday, West Side Comedy Theater at 8:30. Friday, Hollywood Improv at 7:30. Oh yeah, I guess the Super Bowl. I'm not a fan. But obviously Rihanna, so I am really excited actually. And my dad decided to have like a Super Bowl thing, and we're like getting really good sandwiches, and he's making chili. So I actually am very excited. And maybe I'll take my cozy nails over there and just have a day. I might be having a yard sale this Saturday, which, oh God, I mean, I am teaming up with my brother, so hopefully between the two of us we can get it done, but Lord knows, you know, my succulent sale just my succulents, like truly I would be taken into social services. Like I have neglected those things from hell to high water. What does that mean? We don't know. They are everywhere. Like my succulents, like cause I never go out this way to our place that you could, I don't know. I always go out one door and the succulents are on like the side door. I never go out that way. I went out that way the other day. 3 of my succulents are just like at my neighbor's place, and I'm like, whatever. Like they're truly kids that they just like started taking care of because they're like, your mom's not gonna take care of you. I'm like, great. I'm glad they found a better life, you know, because I tried. I'm just over succulents. So fuck, maybe I'll throw a couple of those back in the mix, you know? And when was that I tried to do the first one? Truly have no idea. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 102. Thank you, Magic Mind, for sponsoring. Please consider joining the Patreon. If you like this podcast, it would just help me and the show. And thank you guys so much. I hope your February is off to an electric start. February is like, we're short and sweet. And it's like, it's kind of perfect. It's like someone doing a set where it's like, you could keep going, but it's like, who is this for? You know, it's like, we're good now. Just get off stage. And I feel like February really knows that and respects it. So thank you guys so much. TTYL. Ciao.